Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. So I asked you on Twitter and Instagram what questions you had for me, and I wrote them down in a notebook, and I'll be answering them throughout this. Don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions that I didn't answer, and I'll try to get to everyone's comments and make sure that I do answer them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Since I used my phone to record, I couldn't go through and read the different questions that you asked, so I wrote them all down in a notebook, and I did not think of my answers before this, so hopefully winging it is going to be okay. The first question that I got was, growing up, who was your biggest inspiration? And I think I talked about some of these things in my About Me video, but my biggest inspiration growing up was definitely my sister. She's 4 years older than me, so it was like the perfect age gap. And she's incredibly beautiful and smart, so looking up to her as a role model was perfect. But then if I'm thinking about in terms of like relationships and love and life in general, I would say my grandparents on my mom's side, because they had the most beautiful love. They were married for so many years and they never fell out of love, and they traveled the world together and we're always there to support each other. So I've always said that I hope to one day have a love that lasts as long as them. The second question I got was, is Naples, Florida your hometown? And I actually get this question a lot because a lot of my content is posted from Naples, but I'm not from Florida. I'm from upstate New York, and my mom and my sister moved down to Naples, Florida like 4 years ago, 5, I don't know, a few years ago. So I spend all of my breaks visiting them, and I love going down there and actually seeing sunshine, because behind the camera it's really snowy, which is annoying. So no, I'm not from Naples, Florida. The next question I got was, how do you overcome the fear of filming? So I had wanted to do YouTube for like 6 or 7 years before I actually decided to start YouTube, and I decided just one day to suck it up, stop caring what people think of me and being judged or the fear of mean comments, and to just sit down and try it. And honestly, I would do the same thing over and over again, because I've absolutely loved this journey. I love taking the time to film and edit and create and post and interact with you guys. So I guess overcoming it was just letting go of the fear of people judging me. The next question is, what's the hardest part of filming videos? And I would definitely say time for this one. So a lot of you know that I'm in graduate school getting my master's in counseling, and I also work, and I have an internship, and I'm taking classes. So my schedule's pretty busy, especially because I try to have a social life. So the hardest part of filming videos for me is definitely finding the time to sit down and edit, because it takes a while. So I'd say that's the hardest part. I know a lot of people say editing, but I find that to be really fun. The next question is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? And so growing up, my first 18 years of life, it was always Christmas Eve with my dad's side and then Christmas with my mom's side of the family. So I loved the tradition that I got to see everyone in my family, and I still kind of carry that on, but I also add in my boyfriend's family, which is amazing. So I usually spend Christmas Eve or before Christmas with my dad. I'll spend actual Christmas Day with my boyfriend and his family, and then I fly down to Florida to spend the rest with my mom and my sister and that side of the family. So that would be my favorite. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This one's really hard. I feel like it's supposed to get easier as you get older and grow up, so to speak, but I've had a harder time trying to figure this out. So I'm definitely going to have my master's degree, which is super exciting. I hope to work on a college as a career counselor or a career coach. I also hope to be volunteering a lot and being an advocate for sexual assault and awareness. And then I also hope to be married and maybe living somewhere a little bit further south so I don't have to deal with the snow. What are some of your greatest memories from high school? So this one's a little bit tough for me too, because high school was not my favorite time in life. I yes, it was a great education. I went to a really good high school, but a lot of the people were incredibly mean and rude and stuck up. So that kind of taints my memory of my hometown and where I'm from in high school. But I would say that my greatest memories from high school included my best friend Emily, who is still in my life and is still one of my best friends. She had been there through it all. So whether it was car accidents or my parents' divorce or breakups for both of us, or graduating, I don't know, everything. So my greatest memories from high school are definitely anything that I did with her, because the memories that we have are amazing, and I definitely think I take it for granted because she's amazing. Who did you do the craziest things with when you were a teenager? And that's also the same person, my best friend Emily. When we were growing up, we were crazy. Like, I can't even tell you probably half the stuff that we did, but whatever we did, even if it was just going shopping or to the mall or going on the computer, whatever it was, we made it super fun. And one of my favorite memories with her, which may sound silly to you, was we were at her lake house or camp, whatever you want to call it, and we were swimming. And in New York, if you don't know, there's brown bears. So I was like terrified that a bear was going to get me at night. So she still makes fun of me to this day that I thought I was going to get eaten by a bear. Anyway, moving on. What are your favorite things to do in the winter? And my first thought when I read this was to actually hide inside from the snow. I'm not a snow person. I don't like going outside and literally freezing. I'm not good at snowing or skiing. I could probably sled. So I would say my favorite things to do in the winter are to stay inside and snuggle up and drink coffee or hot cocoa and watch Christmas movies. Yeah, but probably not going outside. The next question is, what inspires you most as a YouTuber? I like this one because it's not something that I had really thought about before, but I would say what inspires me is the relationships that I've made through YouTube and blogging, whatever, so far. I love my new friends. I love people who have reached out to me for advice or just to chat. So what inspires me is those relationships and being able to make an impact across the United States and really across the world, because I have friends not in the USA. How do you move past showmanship on YouTube and become more relatable? This one I wasn't exactly sure what it meant, so I had to ask my boyfriend, but kind of like, I've been talking a lot about this on Twitter and how people are fake and get like fake subscribers or beg people to subscribe to their channel. But I moved past that, and honestly, just be yourself on camera or on social media, and don't just try to get people to like you just because that's not going to be real relationships. So I think I'm more relatable because I'm honest and I'm genuine and I'm myself. And if you don't like that, then I don't expect you to subscribe to my channel. So I think that's how I'd answer that one. The next question is, what's your favorite makeup product? This is tricky for me. I don't know. I have so many, and I think that they're all drugstore, but I love, like I do Ipsy, which if you don't know is a month subscription. It's only $10 and you get a cute little makeup bag and 5 products in it. And I absolutely love it because I get to try out so many different products. But if I had to choose one, I would probably say ColourPop's eyeshadows. I love them, and I love their lipsticks and their lip glosses, so probably ColourPop products. What advice can you give to people to grow organically? And this goes back to that question about showmanship, and I would just say be yourself. Also be supportive of other small creators. Comment on their videos, watch their videos, share them on Twitter, interact with them on Instagram. Just be genuine with your followers, because then they're more likely to stick around. This one's tough too. What book has had the most impact on you? And honestly, I have no idea. Like, the first things that came to mind were children's books, but this kind of makes me think that, like, over my Christmas holiday break from school and work, I want to read more and try to figure out an answer to this question. 15, if you only had time to use 3 makeup products, what would they be? This one's tricky too because I definitely use more than 3 products every day, but I would probably say eyeliner, mascara, and concealer just to cover up like your bad spots. Yeah, I would say those 3 things. Next, what is the most exciting thing you've done? I guess I should have thought about these before because I'm struggling. I would probably say getting my tattoos because it's super exciting to make that commitment to have something that's going to be around for the rest of your life. And I also think it was exciting because all of my tattoos, I have 6. If you haven't watched my tattoo diary, I'll link it up in the cards here and down in the description box. But they signify important parts of my life. So I would say those are the most exciting parts of my life. What are you most looking forward to about the Christmas season? And this is a little bit deep, but my parents got divorced when I was a senior in high school. And ever since then, I really struggled to enjoy Christmas and, I don't know, take part in the cheer of the holiday season. But this is the first year that I'm seriously extremely excited, and I love spending time with my mom's family, my dad's family. I love my dad's girlfriend, so I'm really excited that she'll be around, and my boyfriend's family, of course. I love spending time with them. So I'd say the thing that I'm most looking forward to is just quality time with family and friends. What advice would you give to girls struggling with insecurities about themselves? So I think this is something that everyone, whether you're a girl, you're a boy, whether you're super confident, you're not super confident, I think this is something that everyone struggles with. But in terms of advice, I would just say to start thinking positively. I'm a strong believer in positive psychology, and if you have a positive mindset, then you're going to have more of a positive life. So if you can, I challenge you to every day write down something that went really well for you or that you love about yourself, rather than thinking like, wow, I wish I did XYZ today, or ugh, I wish my hair looked better today. Here I am with my hair up, whatever. So the advice I would do is to try to be more positive and fall in love with yourself, because that's made a huge difference for myself. How do you keep your style so cute but classy? So I'm definitely not classy today. I have like a hoodie on that's camo. But I would say that a lot of people say dress for the job you want, right? But also dress for like the attention that you want. So to work every day, I like to dress up more so than other people in the office, or to class, I don't ever really wear sweatpants or a sweatshirt. Because, I don't know, for me at least, I feel better when I dress nicer. So I would say that I keep it cute and classy just because I like the way it feels to dress nice. And I shop on a budget so I can have more clothes. So I have a lot of options to like style pieces a different way or whatever. And if you have a Pinterest, definitely look for outfit inspiration on there because that's been amazing for me. Okay. Who is your favorite YouTuber? So I did think about this one, and I have so many because I have like big YouTubers that I've always followed that are my favorites, and then I have a ton of small YouTubers that have become my really good friends that are my favorites. So I think I might do a separate video about this during Vlogmas. Surprise, I am going to do Vlogmas instead of Blogmas. So I'll be posting every day of December with different content, and I think that I might do one of those days on my favorite YouTubers. What is the scariest thing you've ever done? I know the scariest thing that's happened to me, I don't know that I've ever done. I would say the scariest thing that's ever happened to me was I was in a really serious car accident. This month it's 4 years, and I still to this day have nightmares and anxiety and flashbacks from that experience. So that's the first thing that pops into mind. The scariest thing I've ever done, like by choice, I would say going away to college. I was definitely a homebody. I never wanted to leave home. Everyone came to my house. I didn't go to other people's houses. But that was a crazy time in my life because, like I said, my parents were getting divorced and I didn't enjoy high school or the majority of people that went to my high school. So I would say moving away and going to college. And I still live where I went to college, so it ended up being okay. And then the last question that I got was, who do you most admire? And I don't think I could choose one person because I admire so many people for different reasons. So I've talked about my grandparents and my sister, but I also admire so many people, like my boyfriend's family. They've taught me again what it feels like to have a family and to be supported and loved for who I am. So I admire them. I admire all of my friends right now for pushing through and persevering through whatever life is throwing their way, and for also supporting me through everything that I've been going through. And I also admire my boyfriend because I can definitely be a brat sometimes, so it's really awesome that he supports me and knows what to do when I'm feeling pretty down in the dumps or going through an anxiety attack or feeling a little bit depressed, and he's always there for me, and I admire that about him because I don't know if I could do that if I wasn't myself for myself. Does that make sense? So anyway, that was the last question that I got. But I hope to do one of these in the future again because I loved hearing what you wanted to know, and yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this week's video. Again, don't forget to comment down below if there's any questions that you want to know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week.